Hey family, welcome. And in this video, I'll be talking to the parents who want to learn to talk less to help their kids listen more. At the end of this video, I'll be giving you some practical skills to do personally and to do in your parenting to make just that happen. And we're going through what I call parenting your mouth. It's a series of videos where I focus on the things that we say as parents that make us a little less effective. And I want to give you tools to do that better. So I'm specifically talking to the parents that tend to talk too much in disciplining their children. Now, who are you? Who are the parents that do this? The fact is that you are amazing parents. You feel as much as you experience. And the truth is you do this because you want your kids to know not just the right thing to do, but to have the heart, conviction, and belief on why they should do it that way, right? And so you feel as if I could just get my child to understand that it's a wrong thing and why it's a wrong thing and the consequences and what would happen if something else happened, if they did that to somebody else, and if you fast forward the story 30 years, if they don't change this behavior, what might happen? Did I lose you yet, right? And this essentially, guys, is the problem with too many words in a time of discipline. Your problem is that your voice is becoming white noise. Your kids have trained themselves to not listen to your first command, not listen to your first prompting. In fact, the training is by the time you've said it about 10, 12 times, is when they'll kind of click in on, oh, I think I hear an individual saying something. And so the issue and the thing that we have to reclaim in all of this is the power of your voice, the significance of your command. And that's what we have to reclaim. All right, real quick, I want to put in this quick caveat. There is space for the data and words and information that you download to your child. That is, the time for that is when there's connection, when there's a close connection and relationship, when they are back in a place of trusting you and you in control of yourself, right? That is the best time to have these in-depth conversation on the behavior and why you want the best behavior and why you want the right responses, okay? So there is a time for your many words, but critically important, the time for your many words isn't the time of command. So let me show you and teach you some simple tools to help you reclaim the power of your voice and to help your kids listen more and help you talk less. So there's a couple things that I want us to look at. One is what you need to do for yourself, and two, I want to look at what you need to do in your parenting. Okay, let's start with you. What should you do for yourself in your parenting to help you manage how many words and how often you're putting out in a time of command? One of the important things is that you need to learn to increase your sense of significance, right? You need to actually be in something or doing something that adds to your sense of value, or tapping into the people that are responsible for filling you back up to ensure that you are feeling validated and you are feeling enough in any given situation. I want to give you some critical thoughts and steps on how to begin to change this pattern with your kids. I want to start with this though. Understand that the response and the delayed response that they have to your voice is training. So it's going to take time to reformat this, to retrain them to understand and to listen to your first command. So give yourself space and time to figure this out. This isn't going to be overnight. One of the first things that I want you to start to do is to put the consequence inside of your first command. Okay, so you know what's going to happen. You know where your kid is going to push back and give you a hard time. So what I want you to focus on is to say, hey, I want this, and if it doesn't happen, here's what the consequence is going to be, all within your first statement. That way you can actually do the next thing without having to repeat yourself. Okay, the next thing is I want you to keep all you have to say within 4 to 5 sentences. All right, so what that means is being able to say something along the lines of, hey, this is what I need. Here's a consequence. If it doesn't happen, here are some options on how you can handle it. Let me know what you're gonna do. Boom. And I've just laid it out, and the ball is literally in their court, right? So I want you to understand something. Something happens to your brain and something happens to their brain in conflict. Everybody goes into caveman mode. Nobody can handle a lot of information. Everybody goes hyper emotional and less rational, right? So there isn't logical sequence thinking anymore. And it's time to kind of scale back our words and meet each other where we're at, right? So use very few words, very small sentences to get that information across. Here's the last thing I want you to do. I want you to honor their decision. So if their decision was to kind of follow through with what you said, honor it. Continue to move forward, be normal. You may even choose sometimes to reward, with a good word, a good statement. But if they choose to go against what you're saying and not listen to you the first time, then go ahead and follow that up with the consequence that you gave them. But this is critically important. I want you to listen to this. Don't make it emotional. Don't make it something that breaks your heart and dramatic. Detach it from you, right? And instead, make it just consequential. This is what it is. It's a matter of a fact. The fact was, this was the command, this was the consequence. I gave you options, and you didn't do it. So we're moving on, and I'm giving you the consequence, handing it over, and we're going to be all right at the end of this. Right? So that essentially is how I want you to move things forward so that you don't stay stuck, they don't stay stuck, and you reclaim power in your voice and authority as a parent. Okay? So that's it. That's it. This is what I want you to focus on for you, the parent that tends to talk too much in your discipline. And I hope this helps manage your parenting in a way that makes you even more effective. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. I want to encourage you to listen to the last video where I talked about the parents that is overly harsh and overly strict. Feel free to click and check out that video. Subscribe, guys, and there's a few more of these coming up that'll really help sharpen what you do for your kids. All right, guys, take care and let's move forward.